How do you know when something's over? I mean, really, truly over. Sometimes it's as obvious as a smack in the face, like the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, for example. As soon as it arrived with its supercharged V8 and 6-speed manual, you just knew it was too good for this cold world. But as the Blackwing ends production this year, it's taking with it another icon, the Tremec TR-6060, the 6-speed manual transmission that literally gave us the modern era of stick-shift American performance cars. So what exactly made it so special that every American automaker wanted a piece? There's only one way to find out. Because we can be honest, the TR-6060 isn't the world's greatest transmission, it's just amazing for these applications. Here in the Cadillac, it feels perfectly weighted. The action is a little heavy, but that just makes it so damn satisfying to slam into gear. Also, it's a full-size luxury car, so that's kind of what you want. The shifts are crisp, the gate is really tight, there's zero slop. It is just an exquisite experience. Honestly, I could spend all day up here just downshifting and upshifting and downshifting and upshifting. You cannot replicate the experience sitting here cruising third gear, 47 miles an hour, drop it down to second, hit the gas. Oh, God. So good. It's so good. Fifth, fourth, third, second, first. That is fidget spinner for adults right there. The funny thing about Tremec is that the reason it exists at all as a company is because of government regulations, specifically Mexican regulations. See, back in 1964, Mexico passed a law requiring vehicles made and sold in Mexico to have a majority of parts also made in the country. North of the border, Ford didn't want to lose access to that booming market for trucks, so it paired up with a company called Clark Transmissions to create a new joint venture based in Mexico to make its gearboxes. The name was simple: Transmisiones y Equipos Mecánicos. Tremec. So how do we get from Tremec building truck transmissions to holding up a pantheon of great American sports cars? Good old-fashioned M&A. The story of the TR-6060 actually goes back to another big-name supplier, Borg Warner. In the late 1980s, Chrysler reached out to Borg Warner because it had a little problem. It was building this insanely raw supercar with an 8-liter V10, and it couldn't find a 6-speed gearbox that could hold up to its monstrous, absurd, absolutely outrageous 465 foot-pounds of torque. Hey, it was almost 40 years ago. Anyway, might Borg Warner be able to make one? It sure could, and it did. The T56 6-speed and the Dodge Viper were instant phenoms when the car launched in 1992. Meanwhile, Borg Warner had quickly made the T56 available to GM to put in its new F-body cars, the Pontiac Firebird and Chevy Camaro, that launched with the 300 horsepower LT1 V8 in 1993. We can laugh at the catfish Camaro and the plastic Firebird all we want today, but back then, this was a huge development. Until that point, 6-speed manuals were actually pretty rare. Only a few years before, GM had to go to ZF in Germany to get one for the Corvette and came back with the same gearbox that was in the Aston Martin Vantage. A 6th gear was expected in early 90s poster cars like the BMW 8 Series or Ferrari 456, but GM just went and dropped it in a sub $30,000 car. It was the tipping point for cheap 6-speed manuals, but Borg Warner couldn't see it. Wanting to focus more on transfer cases for SUVs, it started shopping around its transmission business, and in 1996, Tremec saw its chance and swooped in to buy it. A year later, GM put the T56 behind the new LS1 in the Corvette, making it the rear-wheel drive 6-speed for almost all LS-powered sports cars for the next decade. You might be tempted to laugh at Borg Warner's foolish stupidity and not seeing how ubiquitous the LS platform would become, but the company's worth $14 billion today, so things worked out for everyone. Tremec was more than happy to let its new golden goose keep laying eggs and sell the T56 to anyone who wanted one. In 1999, it ended up in the Aston Martin DB7 Vantage. Oh, how the tables turned. In 2000, the Ford Mustang Cobra R, the first 6-speed Stang. In 2004, the Ram SRT-10. I miss that Ram, you know? And in between there, it landed in a bunch of Holdens and Australian Fords too. In the early aughts, the T56 was the common thread in high displacement cars that felt raw yet robust. But as horsepower and torque demand increased, Tremec quickly saw it would need to provide automakers with a beefed up 6-speed. And that, my friends, is how we get to the TR-6060. The design brief was basically take everything people love about the T56 and make it stronger. It had a narrower synchro design which freed up space in the gearbox to widen the face of the gears and therefore hold more torque. This also meant that the shifter throws were shorter, and with thicker gears and more refined synchros, the TR-6060 was designed to handle over 700 pound-feet of torque with the right gearing. The TR-6060 debuted in 2007 in the Shelby Mustang GT500. Hell of a car. And reviewers at the time showered praise in particular on the gearbox for its light, accurate touch and positive engagement. And once again, the other American OEMs took notice as lots of cars hit new generations right around 2008 due to changing regulations. The TR-6060 quickly went into the 2008 Dodge Challenger SRT8, the Pontiac G8, the Cadillac CTS-V, and replaced the T56 in the Corvette and Dodge Viper. By 2010, basically every American sports car had at one point used a Tremec T56 or TR-6060. And when they didn't, you could tell. The 2005 Mustang GT only launched with the Tremec 5-speed, and when Ford finally introduced a 6-speed to the GT in 2010, it partnered with Getrag to make the more cost-effective MT82. If you were driving your Mustang GT like a normal car, the MT82 was perfectly fine. It shifts smoothly and quietly. It's really just designed for day-to-day comfort. If you were driving your Mustang GT like a Mustang GT owner, however, you were going to run into some shortcomings. The 82 uses a chassis-mounted shifter which can make the shifting feel vague and sloppy. The TR-6060's transmission-mounted shifter might not be great for NVH, especially in low gears, but the more direct connection felt notchy and solid. With that high torque ceiling, the TR-6060 was easily able to stay ahead as the spec sheet wars cranked up in the 2010s. It was ready and waiting for the first Dodge Challenger Hellcat and the wicked Camaro ZL1 1LE. By the way, if you haven't watched the video of the ZL1's official Nürburgring lap, it's f***ing awesome to see Camaro engineer Bill Wise throwing that shifter around en route to a 7:16:04 time. When the C7 Corvette launched in 2014, it used a modified version called the TR-6070, which is essentially the same transmission with an extra overdrive gear. The fact that it was able to hold up to 715 pound-feet of torque in the ZR1 is a testament to how overbuilt it really was. Ironically, the reason we didn't get a manual version of the C8 Corvette is because GM couldn't find a suitable manual for mid-engine cars. But just last year, Tremec announced it'll be building a 6-speed transaxle for that very application. Don't hold your breath on GM offering it from the factory, but you know that thing is going in some YouTuber's Corvette as soon as Tremec starts selling it. Man, as I'm saying all these words, I just keep thinking about that quote from the Office series finale.
I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them.
While there's a lot that can be said about the TR-6060 in terms of spec and performance numbers, there's just as much that can be said about it qualitatively. How that transmission felt was a big part of the identity of muscle cars in the 21st century. Tremec also has a completely different 6-speed transmission, the 3160, that's currently being used in the Mustang Dark Horse. While it does have some similarities to the 6060, the feel is very different. Shifts are lighter and less kinetic. Even though it can't handle as much torque, it is designed for cars with less weight and helps you feel that lightness when you drive. Being able to completely change the character of a car through the feeling of the transmission is part of what made the TR-6060 just stand out.
Hey, so real quick, I just want to give a big thanks to the sponsor of today's episode, Mint Mobile. Listen, everything is too expensive these days. The average new car payment is almost $750 a month. Jeez. And the average wireless plan payment is between $150 and $200 a month. That means a lot of people are spending nearly $1,000 a month on two absolute necessities in modern life. Don't hold your breath on car companies chopping prices, but for a limited time, Mint Mobile is offering 50% off an unlimited premium wireless plan so you can lock in its lowest price of the year and pay just $15 a month for a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. I'm not good at math, but that's what, 90% cheaper than the other guys? And it's not some bargain basement service. It's fast and reliable, with all plans including unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, free calling to Mexico and Canada and the UK, hotspot tethering, and custom data packages so you're not stuck overpaying for capacity you don't actually use. And switching is a heck of a lot easier than getting out from under a car payment. Bring your phone number, your contacts, and even your own unlocked phone and get set up in just minutes from wherever you are. Or put those savings to use and grab one of the latest new phones from Mint instead. Supporting our sponsors helps support this channel, so scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description to get your 2026 budget back on track with Mint Mobile.
There are 2 other manual transmissions on sale today that also define their respective markets, and because of that, we ended up with 3 distinctly different types of driving feel. The ZF S653 has been in production since 1999 and is one of the reasons that all manual BMW M cars feel so similar, and at the same time, so different from an American car with the same layout. Toyota and Aisin have been making the AZ6 transmission since 1997, and it's responsible for the consistent feeling across small Japanese cars. The Mazda RX-8, the Miata, the Nissan S-chassis cars, the Scion FRS, the Lexus IS300, and the current BRZ and GR86 have all used this exact same transmission. The TR-6060 is special because it feels like what you expect a muscle car to feel like. And it feels like that because it is what defined what a 6-speed manual muscle car is. So all that said, why is it going away? Well, it's pretty simple. Because all manuals are, one by one. Also, the more gears you have, the easier it is to keep an engine in the power band, which is why today ZF is most known for its ubiquitous 8-speed automatic. You can't realistically add an 8th gear to a manual in a passenger car, let alone a 9th or 10th. The TR-6060 was easy enough to keep alive when 6 was enough to get by, but when the needs go beyond the technology, it's not enough to just make a stronger 6-speed anymore. And apart from ever-increasing power figures, the car market today just doesn't support the spread of models where the TR-6060 makes sense anymore. The Viper is gone, the Challenger is gone, the Camaro is gone. I don't even know if they make cars in Australia anymore. Last year, we did a thing on the Ineos Grenadier where I talked about the phenomenon of the death of the second car, i.e. a specialized, compromised, single-purpose vehicle people buy for fun to complement their daily driver. The same way that slowly strangled the supply of rugged off-road SUVs, it also cut down the field of manual sports cars. That's ultimately why we wanted to make this video. You didn't see Dodge saluting the TR-6060 when the last manual Challenger rolled off the line. You don't see Cadillac shouting about it being the last redoubt for the TR-6060, to the extent it advertises the CT5e Blackwing at all. Someone has to bear witness to what's happening and give proper credit to what made it all possible in the first place. And while this might be the last new car with the TR-6060 from the factory, that doesn't mean Tremec will stop selling that transmission. Since 2009, they've been selling an aftermarket version of their 6-speed called the Tremec Magnum. While the TR-6060 could be spec'd by the manufacturers that were using them in their cars, they weren't all that easy to reconfigure. The Magnum uses the same gearbox essentially, but makes it easier to fit into any application. The bell housing is separate, so you can use different sizes and adapters. It includes a mechanical speedometer, so you don't have to worry about proprietary signals. It has multiple shifter locations, so no matter what vehicle you're putting it in, you can get that shifter to line up in a comfortable location in the cabin. And because anyone putting a 6-speed capable of holding 700 foot-pounds of torque into their project car probably doesn't care about NVH, it's got an even more directly connected shifter linkage. For about the same price as any new transmission direct from manufacturer, you can get one that will fit almost any front-engine rear-wheel drive application you can think of. Over the last 20 years, the TR-6060 was the manual of choice for the Dodge Viper and Challenger, the Shelby Mustang GT500, the Chevy Camaro, the Corvette, the SS, the Pontiac G8, the Cadillac CTS-V, ATS-V, and now the 2 Blackwings. It was the hero we deserved, and its work is nearly finished. Even if Tremec keeps making replacement units or a new aftermarket version, fact is, you've got less than a year to buy a new car from the factory with the TR-6060. I don't like it, you don't like it, but this is how it ends. What makes it slightly less painful is that we got 20 years of incredible cars out of it. And yes, I can see you wincing at me calling the 2016 Dodge Challenger incredible, but that's called perspective. We're built to judge things in the context of the present, and 10 years ago, it made sense to clown on the Challenger for being too clumsy or the TR-6060 for being too notchy. Today, I think we should just be thankful that combination ever came together. Just like we should be thankful a company founded in response to Mexican government regulations to build truck transmissions ended up making the gearbox that not only helped save American performance cars, but built them into true world beaters. And while the new car market has mostly moved on from old school manuals, it's also true that as sports cars have gotten more powerful than ever, it's getting harder than ever to put that power down through a traditional 6-speed. Tremec is one of the only manufacturers to truly do it and do it well, as it's done since the 1990s. The TR-6060 fulfilled its mission, finished its job, and man, it was nice while it lasted. If you've watched this whole video, I can't imagine you're sitting there thinking, nah, that thing sucks. But if you are, get in the comments and tell me why I'm wrong. Or tell me about your own love affair with the TR-6060. Either way, I'm gonna go drive this thing some more now. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.